And we're back here in the Save Saturdays Cascade Mountaineers Dynasty. Get the actual game up here. We got Oregon State on the docket this week. They're coming to Wenatchee to face off against us. We dropped to number 10 after losing to Washington last week. Pretty brutal loss. I just got done recording it, so I'm pretty still in my feelings about that loss, but we'll shake it off. We'll get back rolling here in no time. Big day for Tyree Adawan. He catches 200 yards worth of passes. I think 2 or 3 touchdowns. Oh my goodness, this is the freaking injury ward here at Oregon State, as every player is hurt for the Beavers. So we'll see how that affects them, as we're wearing our all-green look today.
Presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites.
I think this is the first time I've worn the all-green color rush uniforms, so we'll have to see how they look in action. Not sold on them so far.
And he got all of this one. Great kick.
Well, the crowd has been waiting for him all day.
Stuckey's big playability about to be.
Stuckey ended up with 2 interceptions last week. One of them was garbage. I don't think the guy actually caught it inbounds. It was in the end zone too at the end of the game when it was over. Zay Jones had a terrible game. I think he probably ended with 25 yards because that's how many he had the last time I ran the ball to him. But hoping for a much better game today. There's a nice big play to open the day. 29 yards, Zay Jones on the screen pass. And let's try and jump on him quick here with another potential explosive play. That was the one thing that Washington took away, with the exception of a couple of times, is they really prevented us from going explosive with our plays. And there's a quick touchdown. Cotton Moya catches the 46-yard touchdown pass. 2 plays, 75 yards, and a touchdown is how we open this one. Not unlike our day against Washington. So we'll see how we open the day on offense, our defense here. We know that their starting quarterback and starting running back are hurt, so we'd have a tendency to make backup running backs look good. See Chris Smith literally last week, but let's pray for a better performance.
So let's see what the offense can do as they come out onto the field. And he's tackled after positive yardage.
Interesting way to open the game. 4 wide run. Certainly not what I was anticipating.
Ball on the 30.
Splitting the tight end out wide here on this play. All right, tackling. Still is not something we're going to do, as we let Jordan Covey get the first down there.
Made a very good decision here not to pitch. He saw a break in the defense and just hit it for a big gain.
They roll with the slip screen, but we get to the quarterback and drop him for a big loss. We will see how they respond to that. Pretty pleased with that result. Wipes away the first down fairly effectively that they just got. Five yards for Daly, but he pretty much got popped right off the snap of the ball there. So good job getting to the ball. Just need to bring him down a little bit quicker. Feel the slip screen coming on here. Oh, definitely not.
He's got to throw it in a hurry.
And he goes down, so we get 2 sacks on this opening drive, force a punt. Something we didn't do until the third quarter last week. So
Bowens
Good start.
And awaiting the return.
Good start.
Calls for the fair catch.
Brad, let's see if this offense can maintain the rhythm that they established on that last drive. Not just putting points on the board, but driving the length of the field to be able to eventually put points up. I think that's going to be important for them to
Blitzing
keep
again.
confidence going here on this drive.
They are.
Sets up a screen.
And Zay Jones has got bricks on his feet.
39-yard
Bricks.
It's second down and 11 to go. Ball on the 39.
It's going to be only blitzes from the Beavers apparently today.
He's tackled at the 50.
Moya nearly catches enough for the first down there. Gets 11.
Even when he's a little bit off target, they can pull it in and make something happen.
That's Zay Jones' longest run in 2 weeks right there. 6 yards. He was brutal against Washington. Just couldn't get anything to save his life.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 44. Deep pass to the end zone.
No one's going to cover Tyree Adel, and that's going to be another easy touchdown for Zach Stuckey. He was just balling out the last couple of weeks. Nearly ran a two-point conversion there on accident, so I'm glad we were able to get out of that.
Tacks on the extra point. A 4-play, 60-yard drive, and they put up 7 points. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Sends it sailing downfield. They need to show a little giddy up there.
Probably going to get a lot of the pass now that they're already trailing by 14. Kind of what we did to Washington State. Got them trailing early and got them in passing situations and just feasted on them from there. So
Second and 12.
it's usually when our defense is at its best.
Here's a run. He's to the 40.
Running the run, however, not the best.
Once he gets
Defense is usually at its worst then, actually.
knew he'd be going a long way. That easily could have been 6.
Right around the
3 yards is all for Daly on 1st and 10.
second down and 7 coming up here. Ball on the 42.
Middle linebacker in the backfield here.
And he's tackled around the 33.
Covey gets 9 yards for the first down.
This guy can hurt you in the air or on the ground.
Trey Parrish reads that screen pass well, gets into the backfield and drops him for a loss.
They can create negative yards on completed passes. So the offense might want to consider that next time they try that play.
Second down and 14. Ball on the 38. The senior makes the catch.
Nothing going there on that completed pass. 3 yards is all. Jabari Walker also made his presence felt there with a nice cute quarterback hit, quarterback knockdown. Would have preferred the sack, but I'll take the 3-yard gain.
Quick strike to the receiver, and they make the stop around the
That could have been much worse, but they're going to have to settle for a field goal here, a long field goal at that.
Yards for the first down.
fourth down. So the kicker comes out. He'll try to put 3 points on the board.
Oh, Fryermuth nearly getting his paw on that one, but it's going to Slice through the uprights. Nice kick. And Oregon State is on the board. So it's a 14-3 Cascade Mountaineers lead. And they're going to kick it short of the end zone there. Bones is going to get outside. That guy's fast. Wow, 23's got some speed.
Yeah, give them all the credit. It's one thing to move the football down the field, but when you get an opportunity to come up with a touchdown, you have to capitalize on it, and they've done that.
Well, they got the result you always want on the last drive. Let's see what happens again.
This quarterback right now is in a rhythm, and a lot of that has to do with his preparation. You can see right now with the reads that he's being able to make, getting the football out of his hands, that he's feeling very, very confident in his ability to throw the football against his team.
Well, I mean, they're not really covering our guys very well. He's throwing at the wide open receivers here. I mean, kudos, but not exactly a massive feat of quarterback excellence here. Ooh, we're going for that. We're going for this.
Looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down. Kind of surprising here that they didn't elect to punt. I don't agree with this call.
And there's a gain of 3. And let's just put one over the top on him real quick.
Quarterback all by himself in the backfield with 5 wideouts.
Well, that's quite the incompletion there.
This quarterback trusts his arm and his receivers, but he's got to know when not to throw the ball. He didn't have any room at all, and he's lucky it wasn't intercepted.
2nd down and 10 to go.
Probably shouldn't have let him to the inside. I mean, the pass itself was fine. Oof, nearly picked.
I think, Brad, the quarterback's just better off just taking sacks. You have to be very careful as you're feeling pressure to throw the ball just to throw the ball. If you feel like you're not going to be able to make a play and the defense got you, just give up on that play and get ready for the next down.
Oh, Tyree Adwan barely gets that first down, but they're going to give it to him, so we're going to hurry up and run a play real fast. Nine-yard gain for Zay Jones. And that'll do it for the first quarter here. We have a nice advantage going into the second quarter already. Just looking to build on it a little bit.
And we welcome you back to the action here. Just about set to start the second quarter. And he is drilled at the 40. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. Third down, and they need to get it down to the 32.
If we can't come up with another miraculous third down conversion here. Oh, nearly picked off.
So hard to get to the quarterback, to have a chance to sack him, let alone have a chance to get an interception.
The wind is 5 miles per hour in our face right now, so we're going to go ahead and go for this one. Seems a little bit crazy. Probably is.
Well, folks, 4th down again, and it looks like they're going to go for it again. This is a pretty controversial call. I really would have expected them to punt this ball.
Completed pass, no cigar.
I'm not quite sure what they were
Cotton Moyle was wide open deep. I was looking underneath.
going for it on 4th down.
Well, now let's just see how much this will come back to haunt them. It's first down going the other way. It was a pretty one-sided first quarter, but I wouldn't be surprised if things changed in a big way before halftime.
Yeah, nothing like a wide receiver stopping on a dime, cut up field. We love that.
From their own 46-yard line, first down.
Would have been sick if he just dove for the interception right there.
It looked like the wide receiver was going in one direction and the quarterback was throwing it in another direction. They definitely need to get on the same page.
And he's knocked down immediately after the catch. That one goes for good yardage and a first down.
Can't get beat that bad, Malik. That's bad, dude. That's tough. Tough watch for sure.
34-yard line. First down.
Spencer Bowens gets into the backfield, makes a nice stop on the sweep play. Also 2 on the run.
So fast, he never had a chance to make a move.
The quarterback in the gun. Empty backfield. 5 wide receivers in the formation.
I'm just thinking about this. That kick was into the wind on the last drive for Oregon State, so that means this kicker's got an absolute freaking cannon. Also, we need to figure out how to stop the run here.
From the 21-yard line, it's first down. They'll line up with 5
Spencer Bowens isn't flashing into the backfield every play, surprisingly.
Now he's scrambling. And they got him.
You know, that time I think he saw the pressure was coming. He tried to make a play as a quarterback, and I can understand that. But eventually, you've got to be able to get rid of the
Yeah, if he didn't end up sacked there, I was going to freak out.
That is a minus for the quarterback.
To the back. He's at the 20. That's a great
And he about ended up with the first down on that play. That's not good. Not good. It's my fault. I was holding the hit stick.
3rd and 5
That's
situation.
me and the hit stick is probably the reason for the majority of our defensive deficiencies, if we're being really brutally honest. And Jabari Walker forces the incompletion, so they're going to kick another field goal, and it's going to be 14-6 here. Yeah, he had a 48-yarder with 5 miles per hour of wind in his face. Pretty impressive.
He gets it up, and they
That one's no doubt with 5 miles per hour at his back.
plenty of distance.
Yeah, we're going to take this one back.
He's to the 10. At the corner. He's knocked out of bounds.
Blocks weren't there.
21-yard line. There hasn't been too much daylight between these two teams. In games like this, some players try to press too much, and that can cause mistakes.
Nothing there. Nothing there.
Really, they just had nowhere to go after the catch.
From their own 18-yard line. Second down. Makes it to the 27.
There's a nice move from Cotton Moya, who gets the first down. Gain of 14 on the play.
He's tackled around the 49-yard line.
I'm bringing a blitz, huh?
Got the tailback on another catch. Tackle at the 44. Fires out to his receiver. He's brought down in the open field.
These DBs can't keep up, man.
This team's best passing seasons ever.
It's been a terrific campaign for this young man from day one. Breaking that record would be quite an honor.
And he's tackled after positive yard.
All right, we'll give everyone a break real quick here. Except for Stuckey. Stuckey gets no breaks. And Tyree had one. He's just a beast.
Here's the 8th play of the series.
Oh, that was the play I wanted. Great. Oof. Looked like they were playing man coverage, and then he passed him off to a different zone.
And here's another third down.
The first down for Zay Jones.
Here's play number 10 on the drive. Quick throw in the end zone.
And touchdown to Zay Jones on the wheel route. Linebacker had his back to the play. Didn't see the pass coming.
And he converts the
Felt good about that one. I thought,
10 play.
figured they would play a man on that one. So
A touchdown as a result. So our score, 21-6. The kicker looks
probably could have hit Caden Brewer for the touchdown as well.
He sends this one deep.
A little less degree of difficulty.
And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback.
This offense is just going to be kicking themselves. They're moving the ball very well. In fact, they're getting into their opponent's territory. The only problem is they're not finishing off the drives with touchdowns. They're having to settle for field goals. That could eventually catch up to them.
So they're just about set to get the game going again.
Nowhere for Jordan Covey on that play. He could lose his 5 yards.
This is textbook.
Apparently, they were looking to pass on that play. All right. So it's going to go down as a sack. Looked like a run play to me. Must have been play action. Tough play action call. Jaden Gilmore slips a tackle and then gets 8 yards, but it's 3rd and 7 for the Ducks. Nice. Any Oregon fan's going to come after me. Oregon State fan's going to come after me for that one. Oregon too, maybe. The Beavers. It's 3rd and 7 for the Beavers. Oh, I got totally duped by the running back there. And Michael Jackson's going to come up with a nice pass breakup to force the punt. It's a 3 and out. Get a sack and an incompletion.
Curtis to punt. Bowens fields it at the 35. He makes it to the 48-yard line. Stuckey's play so far, Kirk, is really what we expected. I mean, I don't think we're shocked at all at how well he's playing.
Isn't it fun when a plan comes together for an offense?
Exactly.
Speaking as a quarterback, I mean, this guy has really gone out there and executed this plan. And there's still a whole other half to go. But up to this point, he's made good decisions. He's taking care of the football, and he's leading this team. And that's really all you can ask for.
Oh, man, we had a couple of open guys there.
So the sack makes this a 2nd and long. He's on the run.
Oh, underthrew it. Nearly a dangerous underthrow.
Well, you want to do everything you can to keep the ball out of the hands of these receivers. So that was a really good effort.
Oh, man, that should have been a pick. I hate throwing what should have been a pick.
He wants it all, going long.
Tyrion one goes up and makes a nice jump pass.
He's just notched a new school record for single-season passing.
He's taken apart every
And 7-year record for Will Watson goes down. Stuckey in game 10 breaks the record. That likely took 13 games for Watson to break. I wish Jalen Moore would have told us he was going to get that block in. Wouldn't have cut so wide.
Got to be careful of a pass play with this defense.
Just like that. And there he ties the record for passing touchdowns in a season with 35. Definitely is working with some better weapons, I would say.
And he adds the extra point. A quick update now. Here's Reese.
Whoa. Stanford taking it to Oregon. 21-0.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Excellent kick.
Could be a bad day to live in Oregon. Ducks and Beavers trailing big early in both of their games.
Before we even hit the half, these next few drives are going to go a long way in determining what kind of game this will end up being. And here's a quick throw. He can't hang on to it.
Wonder how Covey's feeling after getting smoked by Rayshard Brown. Watching his receiver drop the pass that he put on the money. And Rayshard Brown brings him down. Likely going to be a run. Well, you never. Yeah, it's a run. We're okay giving up 13 yards there. We had plenty available to hand off to the Beavers there.
Curtis awaits the snap. Bowens fields it at the 34.
This is a good return for Spencer Bowens. Don't need to go very far to get into field goal range now.
Yep, but still a lot of football left to be played. They got to remember that's a 4-quarter game, and even though that first half went pretty well, things can change in a hurry.
Well, they got the result you always want on the last drive. Let's see if it happens again.
Well, I think this defense has got to do something because right now the quarterback is in such a good rhythm that you've got to do something to try to get him out of it. I would suggest trying to bring more pressure. Try to come up with an exotic.
There's a big gain there that we weren't anticipating. I was expecting, just get a first down, run out of bounds real quick. But that was a massive gain by Zay Jones.
They are a tough team to stop from moving the ball.
He's taken down around the 2-yard line. The Mountaineers, they're going to have to call their third and final timeout. It's 2nd and goal. All on the 2-yard line. And he tackles him hard at the 2.
And there's a touchdown, just barely. 5 touchdowns in the first half for Stuckey, 255 yards, breaks the school record for passing touchdowns in a season. And Kevin Davis is the recipient of number 5. A first half of for the ages in Cascade lore here as we are up 35-6. Stuckey's breaking records left and right, and the defense is doing their thing.
He really got a hold of that kick. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. The Mountaineers continue to get it done on the defensive side of the football, Kirk.
Yeah, they've done a good job of building this lead and almost determined here to protect it. Let's see if they can hold on here for the rest of the way.
Not a whole lot's been working for them so far. They should just come out and play loose and easy because they've got nothing to lose.
Oh, a rub route backfires as he, or the wide receiver just dives to try and make the catch, and it's already well out of reach.
Steps out of bounds. The 31.
Going to be a lot of sitting back and man coverage for the rest of the day. Let me tell you what.
Here comes the pressure.
Well, that one was nowhere near his intended target. Clark has no chance to make a play on that ball, and it's a quick 3-and-out for our defense here. 21-second drive is all for the Oregon State Beavers.
Is the punter. And he's hammered down. Nowhere to go there.
Great job of getting downfield and making the tackle by the coverage team.
Taking the field again now is the offense, and I got to tell you, these guys have just been a defensive nightmare on the past few drives. They hand it off. He takes it right side for a good gain. Jones gains around 6 yards on the run. They're about 4 yards away here on 2nd down.
And Zay Jones just runs through an arm tackle right there, gets 11 yards. I wanted a more up-the-middle run. Game was having none of it.
Tackle made right around the 42-yard line.
That brings us 2nd and 9.
From the 42-yard line. 2nd down.
Wow, that was just a good bull rush from 2 defenders on the same side there. Just so happened to be the side that we were running to. Bad. Sucks.
Well, it's been a long day for this defense, a day they'd probably like to forget about, but at least an interception.
Yeah, he left that one way behind more, and that's going to cost him.
But more importantly, as they look at the film of this game and try to build some confidence for the future, maybe this can help them.
I hope that doesn't give him confidence or help them at all. Hey, the opposition's quarterback threw a really bad pass. How are we going to build off that? We don't.
They'll spread the field here. Let's see what the defense does with a 5-wide outlook. He's under some heat.
Just a hustle play there from Rashard Brown. He gets out of 2 blocks. Smoke Hovey.
They're very fortunate that ball wasn't intercepted.
They come out in a 5-wide set.
Oh,
Here they come. They'll bring him down.
should have been a sack. Giving him yards now. 3 yards.
From the 36-yard line, it's first down.
There's a sack.
Sack for a loss. He fires. Makes the catch and gets out of bounds.
Ho Bradshaw. What a name. All name team stuff right there.
We've got a 1st and 10.
Dude's always calling in parties. Just smoked Covey in the backfield right there, though.
To get their hands up in the air and to try to knock down passes.
This is the 8th play of this drive.
Try that again. Try that screen again. Try that screen again.
Really
I
just
dare you.
didn't have any room to work on that play. The defense just suffocated them there.
Third down and they need
Knew they were going to run it there. I could feel it. I think he's out of bounds. You guys want to review that one. Stepped out of bounds right there.
play of this drive. And he's taken down.
Man, we can't stop anything.
That makes it first and goal.
It's first down, and they'll be looking for 6 points here. They line up in the jumbo set.
Huge play for Dylan McCune to get in the backfield there and bring him down for a loss.
With pitch outs, as they're really slow to develop. And in this case, the defense had plenty of time to swarm to the ball carrier.
This is the 12th play of this drive.
Oh, what a pick from P.J. Adams.
Brad, I'm all for continuing to fight, continuing to try to compete. But another interception.
They don't review that one. Where are we at on the field, too?
Now, they've got no chance to get back to the game.
Okay.
From their own 20-yard line. First down. He tackles him for a loss.
That brings up second and 13.
I love that Zay Jones is not an effective runner anymore. I'd say 6 yards to carry. Not an effective. You know what I mean, though. Not when we need him to be.
He's tackled to the 26-yard line. So it's third down now, and they're going to need about 4.
Funny to remember when Zay Jones was on a Heisman pace to start the year. Zach Stuckey is the only Heisman candidate on this team anymore, by quite a ways. Zay Jones recovers his own fumble.
And they will keep the drive alive by recovering their own fumble.
Yeah, let's get Zach Wiggin in the game, Josh Wiggin.
It's second down, 8 to go.
Don't need old fumble fingers in the game anymore.
Play clock is getting low. They didn't
Oh, come on. Let me snap the ball before the motion's complete.
Delayed game offense.
Little stumbles like these can kill your offensive progress.
And he's going to come up with a sack. That's 3 down and 1 to go. The Mountaineers are up big.
Not the play I wanted. At all. I'll take the result, though. Never mind. No, I won't. Should have been a touchdown. He underthrew him way too bad. And Zach Stuckey got super cold and during the break, I guess. Dude can't hit a pass to save his life.
This is a great punt blocking team, and it looks like they're going to try to get to this one. Signals for a fair catch. Early in the fourth quarter here, and obviously we've got a blowout. One team trying to play for pride, and the other one just trying to get out of here. So an empty backfield with 5 wide receivers. Here's a screen pass, gets it to the back. Down at the 29.
Well played by Ezekiel Kennedy. Brings him down for a loss of 1.
Not work against this defense. You can be sure of that.
From their own 29-yard line. Second down.
2 slip screens on the last 2 drives. Keep it coming, Oregon State.
Gets it out quickly. And he's
Well,
out of bounds at the 40.
that's certainly not what you want when you hit a guy in the backfield. I know, because it just happened to me. I'm an authority on the issue. I love when Jabari Walker gets into the backfield and then doesn't even attempt to make a pick. So it's so awesome. It must be because he's 5'9" that he just never even attempts when the ball's over his head, but
From their own 44-yard line. It's second down. They'll
super
start the field
frustrating.
with 5 wide.
Either way. PJ Adams pick number 2. He's a pick machine.
He's taken down around the 47-yard line.
They've just been outmatched and outplayed this entire game. That pass was thrown with very little confidence, and it was an easy interception for the defense.
Play action here. He's going to scramble.
The toughness here.
0 for 3 with an interception in the second half. Love that.
Trying to make a play downfield, only to have this defense get to him. He's got to do a better job maybe feeling things out a little bit.
I mean, it's not his fault that our left tackle apparently can't block.
From the 47-yard
It's not on him.
It's second down. Feeds it to the back.
Whoa, that defensive back got up fast.
Jones.
Dude went from on his back to immediately back in the play. Yeah, look at that. Just right back up. Why can't we do anything this game, this quarter? This half. It's just been snake bit.
Looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down.
PJ Adams put on a show, though. It's benefiting PJ Adams' stat line significantly.
The 10. They get in. Touchdown.
Exactly how we expected Stuckey to score his 6th touchdown of the game right there. The 43-yard touchdown run, obviously.
Coordinator when the man under center can show that he's a dual threat.
And he converts the extra point. Let's get an update now. Here's Reese Davis. Reese.
Let's head to the farm in Palo Alto. This is a game we've been watching closely today. And for Oregon, let's keep an eye on this game where a major surprise could be brewing.
This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Mountaineers.
All right, PJ Adams, interception number 3. Here we go.
Defense possessed.
I love to watch a defense just pin its ears back and just fly to the football. They are playing with a reckless attitude, and it's really paid off because it set up their offense to be able to score points.
He's knocked out of bounds.
Isaac Chubb pops him out of bounds. That result all day.
2nd and 11. Ball on the 24-yard line.
Here comes interception number 3 as they slip screen it here. It's not going to be the slip screen. And it's not going to be interception number 3. Barry Walker gets beat on the out route. Now they're going 5 wide.
The quarterback in the gun. Empty backfield. 5 wide receivers in the formation.
Rashard Brown just crushes Jordan Covey in the backfield there.
Quarterback, in fact, looked like they had a chance to bring him down to the sack. Somehow he's able to throw the ball away.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 40-yard line.
Oregon State tries to run another rub route and only costs themselves a chance at the play there, so that's fun.
Steps up in the pocket. It's caught. First down, and he's out of bounds. First and 10. Ball on the 39.
Let's run a slip screen, please.
Inside give. He's
Oh, tackle him, come on.
Makes it to the 27.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Here's the slip screen to Clark. No.
Now it's 1st and goal as he's knocked out after a nice game.
Yeah, our defense is just breaking apart. On cruise control here.
Back in the red zone here and looking to erase the memory of that interception on their last trip. Tackled after a decent pickup.
That brings up 2nd and goal.
That brings up a 2nd and goal. Ball on the 3. Tackle made at the 2.
Nice play. Good tackle there.
And this is the 10th play.
Here's PJ Adams, interception number 3 right here. No, but I doubt that was the way that they expected that play to go. And they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal from the 9.
From the 8-yard line.
8.
Caught out in the open. They'll bring it down.
And we get the turnover on downs at the 1-yard line. Isaac Chubb gets beat, but manages to recover in time to stop the Beavers from getting into the end zone.
Offense is back on the field after running the ball very well on their last drive.
This offensive line really opened up some big gaps for the running back last time.
Nice gain as he works to the right side.
Gaining 4 yards. it's 2nd and 6.
They line up at the 6. 2nd down. A little more than 2 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Here's an opening. He's to the 20. He's out to the 30.
It was a nice move from Zach Stuckey there to get it out to midfield. It's a 41-yard gain. $84 yards on the last 2 runs for Stuckey. It's likely giving Jones a run for his money on leading rusher of the game.
He gets to about the 41-yard line.
It's about 140, yeah. Not sure what the whole game total would bring him to for Stuckey. I think he's probably right around 90. I don't think he did much on the ground prior to his back-to-back big runs.
The offensive line got a really good push there, allowing the back to pick up 9 on the play.
Kept out of the end zone, though, so far has been Zay Jones. So, interesting little note there. No touchdowns the last 2 weeks. Has been in the end zone, though. He got a 2-point conversion against the Huskies.
From the 26-yard line, it's 1st down. Inside the 10.
Well, Zay Jones is going to get it anyway. 26-yard touchdown run at the end of the game there. Didn't really need to make anyone miss. Just needed to outrun their defense, and he does. And that'll seal the 49-6 victory. And Utah went from number 8 to unranked in a hurry. They only dropped like 15-16 when we beat them, so it's a surprising fall from grace.
He's taken down at the 24. We're late in the 4th quarter. This game has been a blowout for quite some time, and Kirk and I are just looking to make our flights. They come out in an empty backfield. He makes it out maybe to the 26.
That should likely do it here. I'd love to force him to throw another pass play here, just to try and get a slip screen for PJ. They're not going to get it off before the final whistle here. That'll do it. 49-6. Zach Stuckey breaks some records in the first half there, and we get our 9th win of the season. We'll look for our 10th win of the season. We'll look for win 11 next week. Thanks for watching. We'll be back in the week with another episode.